The world is full of strange and scary looking animals, but there are still so many different animal species that have yet to be discovered. Some of these scary looking animals are completely harmless to humans, but then there are others who are capable of destroying humans. Scientists are still discovering new animals every single day, and it might actually surprise you that you aren't as safe as you might think. Well, how's it going, YouTube? I'm your host for this one, Landon Do Not Sing, and welcome back to another most amazing top 10 video. So before we get started, I want to know, what animal do you fear the most? Let me know your answers in the comment section below, because I'm pretty curious. And make sure you guys smash the subscribe button to become a part of the most amazing family here on YouTube. Alright, let's get into this one. Let's get into what you guys clicked for. This is the top 10 scary animals we didn't even know existed. Starting off this list like we always do, and at number 10, we have the PACU fish. At first glance, the PACU fish looks like an innocent, normal looking fish, right? Well, you would be sadly mistaken. All breeds of the PACU fish have human-like teeth, and this is probably the most terrifying thing I've seen all day. But you know what, honestly, his teeth looks better than mine. How many times do you brush a day? And he's probably also flossing. I'm a bad flosser. Luckily for us, they don't use their blunt molars for snacking on humans. They're used for cracking nuts and grinding up plants. For some reason, that still doesn't calm my nerves. The PACU fish can grow up to 7 to 42 inches long and weigh about 2 to 97 pounds, so that's a pretty big range right there. But yeah, their teeth can get pretty big as well. And yeah, there's also a nasty rumor that the PACU fish will go after a man's, nether regions, the region down there. Even though these rumors are mostly exaggerated, you'll never find me swimming in a body of water with these fish. The star-nosed mole brings us to number 9. If you thought a fish with human teeth was scary, well, take a look at this, but you might want to close your eyes. Well, let me introduce you guys to this star-nosed mole. These animals should stay underground forever. I never want to see one of these scary-looking creatures in my lifetime. Apparently, the star-nosed mole can eat faster than any mammal on Earth. They can identify and eat food in less than 2/10 of a second. But the fun doesn't stop there. These guys can even smell underwater, and their front legs can act as shovels. Even though they're relatively small creatures, I would be scared if one of these guys came up to me. Number 8, we have the marabou stork. Also known as the Undertaker bird, the marabou stork can be commonly found in tropical areas of Africa, and this bird can weigh up to 14 pounds. It has a wingspan of 12 feet, and it also has a creepy red air sac on its neck that can inflate and deflate to make scary noises. I mean, why?
Their grotesque, featherless heads, cloak-like plumage, and love for carcasses mean they're often referred to as the Undertaker bird.
He just looks like he's plotting something evil, and I don't even want to think about what he could be hiding in his pouch. This disturbing pouch is 18 inches long, and it connects to his nostrils so that the bird can use it to make sound. And take a look at his head. Looks like it's been rotting for decades. I mean, it's totally gross. They're basically bird garbage disposals because they will eat everything from baby flamingos to even trash, like your garbage. And who knows, maybe it's even eaten a child or two. Indian purple frog jumps onto this list at number 7. This slimy, lumpy purple frog is a freak of nature. How does something like this actually exist? This guy can be found in India, but he spends the majority of his time living underground. He has very short legs and tough claws that make it easier for the frog to dig through the soil. I've never heard of a frog living underground. That just sounds so weird to me. Well, as it turns out, people in the area love to eat purple pig-nosed frogs, and because of this, they're becoming endangered. We have so much delicious food in the world. I mean, why the heck are we resorting to eating these slimy, gross frogs? I'm so grossed out by these things, so let's move on. Up next, number 6, we are talking about the California condor. If you have a fear of birds, you might want to brace yourselves for this one. The California condor is the largest and, in my opinion, one of the scariest birds in North America. These demonic looking birds enjoy feeding on carcasses of deer, pigs, cattle, sea lions, whales, and other animals. Hopefully not humans, so I don't know what's stopping them from attacking or feasting on us. They have a wingspan of about 8 to 9 feet and they weigh 18 to 20 pounds. The California condor can live several weeks without eating because when they feast on carcasses, they usually consume 2 to 3 pounds of meat at once, and they don't have any predators except for humans, which means that they have really curious and bold personalities, so we're not really sure what they're capable of doing in the wild. Goblin shark swims onto our list at number 5. This horrifying shark looks like a prehistoric monster, or he looks like he could be from another planet. I'm going with that one. Goblin sharks aren't the biggest or the fastest sharks in the world, but they're definitely one of the scariest sharks in the world. Let me know if you agree. Let's talk about his jaws and teeth for a second. When a prey gets close, the goblin shark's jaw will protrude like really creepily, which allows him to catapult his whole mouth forward to eat the victim. Well, let me show you guys what I'm talking about.
Shark. Luckily, it was a juvenile with immature teeth that could barely penetrate the wetsuit.
Is this real life right now? Oh, and they can also open their mouths at least 111-degree angles, so basically they can eat out of reach prey in blink of an eye. Their upper jaw has 35 to 53 rows of teeth, and their lower jaw has 31 to 62 rows. Well, thank God they live in the deep sea, otherwise I would never swim in the ocean ever again. Moving up on our list, and at number 4 we have the Asian giant hornet. I know what you guys must be thinking. How can a hornet be scary? Well, for some of you guys might have the fear of hornets and bees. I mean, I don't like them. Well, let me introduce you guys to how big this thing can really be. For comparison's sake, this thing is as big as your thumb, and it has a bigger wingspan than a hummingbird. The Japanese giant hornet is responsible for multiple deaths in Japan each year, and that's because a single sting from this hornet is enough to kill a grown man. These hornets have a 1/4 inch long stinger that can deliver a painful sting. They are known to be extremely aggressive, and they don't like humans invading their space, so don't say that I didn't warn you. Giant squid brings us to number 3. I never thought I would say this. I guess I have a newfound fear of squids, just like I have a newfound fear of scarecrows. I mean, putting one up for Halloween and seeing it every day, it just freaks me out. Now I get it. Well, these gigantic monsters can grow up to 59 feet in length and can weigh up to a ton, and their eyes are as big as beach balls. If that's not terrifying enough, well, let me tell you guys about their feeding habits. They will grab their prey with their long tentacles and then bring it back towards their mouth. The poor victim will be shredded by their sharp tongue before it slides down their esophagus. So basically the giant squid is a huge meat grinder. I obviously knew squids existed, but I never knew that the meat grinder squid existed. I didn't know that these squids are out there roaming around in our oceans. You would think that these giant squids would be hard to miss, but the ocean is so vast and they like to live underwater. So what we know about these animals usually comes from the dead carcasses when they just float up to the top. Pacific viperfish makes it onto our list at number 2. Living in deepest parts of the ocean, the Pacific viperfish have teeth so large that they can't even close their mouths. They're known to be one of the most ferocious hunters of the sea. Although scientists don't know a whole bunch about this fish, they believe that the scary looking creature doesn't pose a threat to humans. Whew. Thank God for that. When the Pacific viperfish gets hungry, they will capture their prey by luring them towards them with their illuminated dorsal fins. Then they will puncture their prey with its sharp fangs and swallow it whole. I mean, what a savage beast. Let's be all thankful that these things aren't able to survive in shallow waters, or else we would be in pretty deep trouble. Or I should say, we would be in pretty small, shallow trouble. And now topping our list, and at number 1, we have the Goliath tigerfish.
That will just take lumps out of other fish, it will take lumps out of crocodiles even, and there are stories well documented of that taking lumps out of people.
Is this real life right now? In the comment section below, tell me, is this real life right now? Hashtag yes, this is real life right now, or hashtag no, this is not real life right now. This thing looks pissed off and hungry. The Goliath tigerfish inhabits the rivers in the Congo, and yes, they are known to attack humans. Yeah, they attack us. They also aren't afraid of crocodiles, and they're capable of eating smaller ones. They are super quick and strong, and the largest Goliath tigerfish on record was nearly 5 feet long and weighed 154 pounds. But aside from all of that, I am most terrified of its razor sharp teeth. Those bad boys look like that they can tear through anything, and I bet it wouldn't take them long to eat an entire human. Well, there you guys have it. This is the end of the video. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I was your host, Landon Do Not Sing, and I'll see you all in the next most amazing top 10 video. Bye.